However, I just want to get to the nitty gritty because it's 2023 and we trying to be out here, you know, with cold fingers. You want to see my ring, girl? Cold fingers. You hear me? Iced up. That's what we trying to be in 2023. Hi everybody, my name is Christy and welcome to my channel, Christys Corner. Okay, so I want to come in and talk about how I manifested my husband. It is 2023 and everybody's trying to get on point, right? Everybody wants to have that significant other. So I just want to get right to the point. I'm trying my hardest not to turn this into a story time. So please excuse me if it starts to sound like, if it just starts to sound all over the place, excuse me, okay? Because I'm really trying to like not make this part girl talk because I really just want y'all to get to it. All right, so let's come with the facts, right? The first thing I did was I went to Hobby Lobby and I purchased a prayer jar. I'm lying. I didn't purchase the prayer jar as a prayer jar. I went in and I purchased the things that I wanted for my prayer jar to look like. Okay, so first off, I got the mason jar. I did. And then I got the flowers. And I got glitter and the colorful glue. And one thing that you want to do whenever you're manifesting is you want to think like a child, because children are innocent. Children, their imagination is so strong, it's so vivid, so colorful. So you want to think about like what would the young version of you like I thought about what little Christy would like, and little Christy likes flowers. The girly girl in me, she likes, you know, glitter, everything that's colorful. Put dots over the outside that were colorful. It's full of glitter, you know. So you just wanna make the jar you. So I purchased items like that. Then when I got home with everything, I prayed over all of the items and I prayed over the jar. And I kept my intentions pure, and I imagined all the things that I wanted in my life that I didn't already have at that moment as I was putting the jar together. Once I got done putting the jar together, I let it air dry for about 3-4 days because of the simple fact that the adhesive of the glue is so strong with what I was using, because I have put glitter all on the inside. Like I just threw some glue in and I just smacked some glitter around and shook it up. So I just sat it aside so that it can air out. And then once I did that, I then prayed over the jars. So you're going to find a prayer in the Bible that works for you. Maybe something that whenever you just had hard times, that's a prayer that you would use. So for me, it was Psalms 31. It is Psalms 31. So once I got done with Psalms 31, I would then go into my own prayers. So I just prayed, you know, exactly whatever I was feeling in that moment. I just prayed with intent over the jar itself, just for positivity, you know, for God to bless me the way he's been blessing me, you know, just things of that nature. So now let's talk about the husband aspect. So I was working a night shift, and you know, when you work a night shift, it can be dead. So with that being said, as I was working, I was sitting there not doing anything, not doing anything. I got out a piece of paper because I realized that I was at a point in my life where I was becoming a young woman, and I wanted someone who could match that energy with me. Like I needed to put in the work for that with what I wanted as a young woman, with just some of my habits. I was trying to break old habits, and just change, you know, my circumstances in life. So besides all that, so I got out a piece of paper, 4 pages to be exact. However, this page right here is up top. So front and back really tiny. You can't see it. It's so tiny. This paper has 131 things that I would love in my husband. 131. That's how clear and intent and in depth I was about my expectations of my husband and what I wanted in my man. And I'm talking about all the way. I ain't talking about like, oh, 6 figures and, you know, 6 houses, 6 cars, 6 feet tall. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about characteristical traits, how he's going to treat me not only loving me but being in love with me. I'm not going to read it out loud, because what I put in this jar is only between me, God, and the jar, nobody else. So that's how you need to be. You need to move like that, in silence. If you want to be serious, write it all down and stuff it in a jar. When I wrote the 4 pages of expectations, what I wanted in my husband, I tucked it away. When I got done writing about what it was that I wanted in my husband, I prayed over that paper, and then I kept it near and dear to me in a pocket that I had inside my jacket. And then I went home, I grabbed the prayer jar, and as I was opening the prayer jar, I was saying Psalms 31. Then I said a small prayer, just a small personal prayer to God. And then I stuffed that paper in the jar. And as I was closing the jar, I closed it with Psalms 31 and a small prayer again to God, just full of intent, full of purpose. And then when I was done with that, I put it up top in my closet, and I just kept it there, and I went on and I lived my life. However, in the midst of me living my life, I didn't make the jar, and then I didn't put those intentions in there and then stay in the house all day. No, I was out there, I was moving around, you know, I had friends, you know, I was talking to people, you know, I changed careers in the midst of that. I moved to a different state, and then that's how I met my husband. When I met him, my husband I was trying to flee him, and he was like, no, we gonna be together. And here we are. And I actually went through the jar not long ago, and I read those 4 pages, and it was exactly everything that my husband is exactly what is in that jar. I hope this is some information that you can use. However, I just want to get to the nitty-gritty, because it's 2023, and we trying to be out here, you know, with cold fingers. You want to see my ring, girl? Cold fingers, you hear me? Iced up. That's what we trying to be in 2023. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I love you. Be blessed. Remember that you are beautiful, you are courageous, you exude confidence, and you are you, baby. So show up every day. Alright, be blessed.